guys, and welcome to my next video in Doctor Who December. Little disclaimer, if you hear the air, the heat going on, it sounds kind of loud to me, but maybe the camera isn't picking it up. I'm sorry if it's at all distracting, but I kind of need it. Today we are going into another lockdown video. Very excited about this. And really, I've been really enjoying the ones that I've seen so far. I don't know how in relation, because I kind of film these in a different order than I upload them. So I don't know how many of my reactions to them you have seen at this point, but I have been enjoying watching them so far, and it's kind of taking me back to a lot of like different stories or different times and making me feel nostalgic. So I'm really excited to get into the next one. So today I'm going to be reacting to Doctor Who Lockdown, The Secret of Novice Hame, I think. And yeah, I'm just gonna dive right into it. It is an 11-minute video, so let's see how this goes. Oh, it says Russell T Davies. Okay.
This is the last day of my life.
Oh!
They have built a bower for me here on the cliff tops, overlooking the new Atlantic. I am lying in a cradle of wood and silk. Huge pavilions of white cotton have been raised up so that people might come and pay their last respects.
Oh.
The canvas billows in the breeze from the sea. It reminds me of the refugee camps where I was born. My parents were made homeless when the mechanical war swept across the western arm of the spiral conflagration. I was born in the middle of battle, beneath a sky on fire, the last of a litter of 16. My mother and father sold me. Their kittens were starving, so they gave me to the Sisters of Plenitude for 10 shillings. Enough to buy the rest of my family a berth on the last shuttle out of restitution. They fled into the stars, leaving me behind. And then the sisters wrapped me in swaddling clothes and took me to New Earth. I was called Hame, after the cat god of harvest. At 13, I was inducted as Novice Hame, and my time is running short, though there are recordings, I think, and holograms of my adventures. Such mad days. It's impossible to think, but once I was such a wildcat, shouldering guns and fighting foes and running alongside a lord of time. But time passed, and responsibilities grew. I sought to atone for the sins of the sisterhood, becoming Senator Hame, then Vice President Hame, then feline imperator of the New Earth Order. Today, I am called Novice Hame once more, because at my age, every day is new, with so much still to learn.
Oh!
And I am waiting, because I have one last secret to be told.
Oh!
Once, it was said of the face of Bo that on the day of his death he would impart a vital secret to a lonely traveller. I think to myself how strange and how right that history should repeat.
Oh!
But don't think the pavilions are a place of sadness. My life has been one of joy and luck and love. As the days pass, they approach me, one by one. The lion kind bow. The heron folk sing songs of the old days, and the little mice kind, dressed in tunics of gold and purple, nibble at my paws and then run away, still scared of their old enemy, the cat, after 5 billion years. There are traditions to be upheld. In my paw, I clasp 2 gold coins. They will be taken by my final visitor and placed upon my eyes, to pay for my journey into the great cat kingdom beyond.
Oh.
So I wait for that final visitor's approach. I wait. And then, out of the silence and the darkness, he comes. He says,
Oh.
"Hello." He hasn't changed at heard so many stories about him over the years. His hundreds of faces and forms, the men and women and animals who have taken that name, and yet the one who comes to me is so familiar. This one is mine. I say, Doctor, and that funny, skinny man sits beside me, my old friend.
Well, this is a bit of a fuss, isn't it? What's wrong? Someone ill?
And we both laugh. Where are you now?
Oh.
I ask him. Where in your life?
Oh, I'm on something of a final journey myself. Got a little bit poisoned, like you do. And everything's about to change, so I'm just saying goodbye.
He smiles, a vast sadness in his eyes. My secret must be told. A wonderful thing happened, Doctor. My mother and father, they found me. They were so old, but so kind, and they came to New Earth looking for forgiveness. And I said, there's nothing to forgive. And we hugged, and I realize he's nodding, rather too politely. And then I realize it all. You found them. You sent them to me. He says,
No,
I
he
might
didn't.
give them a little nudge.
I thank him and hold his hand. The 2 gold coins in my paw become his. I ask him, was he right? The face of Bo. He said when last we met, he said, you are not alone. Was that true?
Oh, yes.
Says the doctor with a grin.
And that was just the start. Blimey, I've had some time since I
He draws close and tells me tales of men and monsters, of scarecrows and statues, of distant drums and ancient floods. He spins yarns and legends all through the night until I see the first streaks of dawn at the horizon. But this new day is not for me. I thank the doctor for his stories, for helping my final hours to pass. He says,
If I've done anything good in my life, maybe it's that. The stories I leave behind. And what does your religion say? Novice Hame, what happens next? Where does your story go?
I say, the great cat kingdom. He says,
Do you believe it exists?
I tell him, I wonder. That's all I can do. I wonder. And then I grip his hand tight, because the moment has come, and the secret must be told. Did you never think, Doctor, how strange it is that New Earth exists? By what coincidence it has exactly the same diameter and air and orbit of the original Earth? Because it drew us here, across the stars. The planet called us home, and we thought it a blessing. But as the years passed, I began to think, what if this happened by design? And that thought led to another. What if this world is not a home? What if it's a trap? A long, slow, careful trap of infinite complexity. So I began to investigate. I looked beneath the surface of this world, and do you know what I found, Doctor? Do you know what I discovered? The doctor says,
I think she's gone.
he is placed in 2 gold coins upon my eyes. I say, Doctor, can you hear me? But he's looking up and beyond me to my attendant who steps out of the shadows. I hear them as though from far away. My attendant asks if I had any last words.
I wonder.
Says the doctor.
Oh.
That's what she said. Good for her. It's a fine way to live and a fine way to die. Just
Oh.
wondering. Right to the end.
And this is my final realization. That the secret will have to wait.
Ah.
Other times. Other cats. Other doctors. Because these things are drifting away from me now.
Oh my. Okay.
All these lords and creatures and apple grass seem so delicate and so precious and so faint. They fall away, these earthly concerns, all that weight and doubt and sensation falling. Dawn floods the world with orange and yellow and white. And I'm a thought now. whisper. I'm an instinct. I'm hope.
Oh.
Ending or beginning. I don't know.
Oh.
I rise towards the sky and I wonder. I wonder.
Wow. That was a lot. That was a lot. That was a lot for me. Okay. Okay, I'm sorry. First, I want to, I didn't recognize the name Novice Hame. Not a era of Doctor Who I rewatch very often, so that, sorry about that. That was very beautiful. On a lot of accounts, and I got a little emotional, because I mean, it was kind of emotional, but at the time of me filming this, I'm dealing with possibly having to say goodbye to somebody in my family soon. I don't know what the future holds, and I am filming this a little bit earlier than when it goes out, so I'm really looking back on this, I have no idea how. So it was just kind of emotional to hear, you know, somebody talking about sorry, the end of their life. So that was starting to get to me a little bit. Sorry. Okay. But I'm just letting you guys know that. Let me talk about the rest of this. Love, when she kind of said, "When are you?" in your story, I kind of really loved that he probably did this. I don't know, but he said, I'm doing a farewell, like when he was going to see everybody, he probably went to go see even more people than we know, like her, and that really, that's very emotional and very kind of beautiful to think about, that there are just so many lives and that he probably went to go say goodbye to, and just the idea that he found her parents, and that was really emotional and really, really sweet. I felt like there was a lot of heart in this, a lot of heart, and sorry guys, I'm sorry. There was a lot of heart in this, and the music was great, and it just, I just found it to be really, really beautiful. And I just loved every single second of just the kind of the storytelling of, and it wasn't like, it was kind of a beautiful way to kind of say goodbye. A part of me kind of loved the idea that we didn't really get to hear the secret. I know, like, I don't know, it's called The Secret of Novice Hame, so it's like you kind of want to know the secret. That seems to be what you want to get out of this, but I kind of liked that we didn't really hear it, and that it's kind of left open, and that's kind of lovely. So yeah, really loved that. Made me cry. Some of these lockdown videos are really making me cry, people. They're really making me cry. All right. I hope that you guys enjoyed this reaction. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you next time. Bye.